Hey everyone, so we're back with day 2 of this live video series. Today we're going to continue with yesterday's topic and delve a little more deeply into overcoming setbacks. So let's get right into it. I got my notes, so here we go. The first step in overcoming setbacks is acceptance. And underneath this topic are some categories, the 3 R's. First one is reality. You need to accept the fact that this mistake, this setback, is a reality at this moment. If you deny reality, quite frankly, that's insane. You don't want to be insane. So you need to accept the situation that you're in right now. That's the first step. Second one is to accept responsibility. Find how are you responsible for this mistake. Sometimes you may not think you are responsible. That may be the case, but a lot of the times if you actually sit and think about it, you'll find that there are things that you're responsible for, and if you can accept responsibility, you'll find a lot of inner peace in the midst of the situation that you're in. You really need to accept responsibility for what happened. The next one is results. If you can do these 2 things, you'll find that it'll lead to great results in your overcoming obstacles. But there are some more steps that we need to take. The next one is what I call healthy self-criticism. Healthy self-criticism. The first thing you need to do is ask yourself, what did I do wrong? You need to know what you did wrong. A lot of the time, the mistake will be obvious. You'll know that from the get-go. But if you actually look at it a little deeper, you'll find maybe smaller things that actually are also the root of your problem. So it's important to ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Next thing is, why did I do it? You need to figure out your motive, what your motive was, your subconscious motive. You need to figure out, why did I do this? Or it might be something you need to work on in your game. You need to figure out what's wrong, and you need to find the solution. You need to realize that mistakes are how we learn. Success is a matter of probability. How many times you're going to fail and correct your failure until you get to success. So we need to stop viewing failure as something to be avoided, but rather something to be, something we're seeking after. Because success is just a matter of how many times you're going to fail and how many times are you going to correct that failure until you succeed. And if you do this, you'll find that builds a tremendous amount of self-discipline, which is very important. The last little subcategory under self-criticism is you need to focus on the things you can control. The situation that you're in, you can't go back in time and not do it, obviously. You need to focus on the things you can control. You can't control other people, you can't control their decisions, but you can control your mindset, you can control your actions. So start shifting your focus from, the other person, the situation, and focus it on the solution that you have and the mindset you're going to take to overcome your setback. The last little category are goals. Now, anybody who's studied mental toughness or self-improvement, goals we could talk about for 20 years. But you need to have goals. You need to know the result you want to achieve from overcoming your setback. If you don't have a motive for overcoming your setback, you're quite frankly not going to do it. So you need to have goals. Why are you trying to overcome the setback? What is your motive? There's another concept underneath goals that we need to practice, which is called no limits thinking. We need to adopt the mindset that there's nothing we can't achieve. When you're setting your goals, you need to write them out. You need to have goals that are everything that you want to achieve. We need to practice no limits thinking. We can't think that, that's not possible. The first thing you need to do is just write out your goals. What do you want to achieve? The process of how you're going to get there, that's that's different. And that's the next topic, is we need to have a process. How are you going to get to your goal? There's different steps you can take, mini goals inside of larger goals. We need to find out the process, map out the process of how we're going to get to where we want to be, and then start executing. And once we have that process laid out, we need to unattach ourselves from our goals. The harder you try to achieve something, a lot of the time you'll find that you don't actually achieve it. The more you're mentally attached to achieving your goals, the harder it's going to be to actually do it. You need to have the goals. You need to have the process mapped out so you know how you're going to get there. But once you do that, you need to lose yourself in the process. The process itself needs to become the enjoyment, if that makes sense. You need to learn to enjoy the process more so than the achievement of the actual goal. Because what you'll find is, even if you achieve your goal, there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be something else that you want. It's not going to satisfy you. The process that you're in now to get to where you want to be is the joy in itself. That's the mindset you need to adopt. You need to stop looking at where you're at as something undesirable, something that's you can't live with. You need to see it as something to enjoy, because if you can't enjoy yourself now, you're not going to enjoy yourself if you do get to the goal. So this is just a very important life concept to adopt. So that was it for today. Hope you enjoyed this little whiteboard talk. I might do this again in the future. I'm just going to try out different things. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment on what you liked, didn't like, what you want to see in the future, and I'll hopefully be able to address that in the next coming videos. So take care. I'll talk to you guys soon.